Hello everyone, Gavin is my name, Live Arena is my game, and let's try to get through this as quickly and painlessly as possible. I think that's probably always a good mantra for Live Arena. So we'll start with the Monkey King, since I'm familiar with him. Already painfully aware that I haven't reorganized my champ since yesterday. That's okay. It's okay with me anyway. And it isn't your problem. So they're going first, probably, unless I ban the RB. Maybe I will start with the usuals. How are you all doing today? Did you have Halloween plans? Did they go well? Did you get a lot of candy? Did you give out a lot of candy? Did you go for the Kaja summon? Did you get anything good while you were going for the Kaja summon? I did. I got a mythical book. Now all I gotta do is get a mythical to go with that mythical book. Come on, Jurgens. This can't be the hardest decision. Of course, I took a while too, didn't I? So I have to be fair and afford the same affordances. That sounds silly. Okay. Not really sure what's going on with this team. I'm just going to take a couple of bombers. If the game wants to let me today, there we go. So I'm not seeing any cleanses there, so I can just ban whatever that final thing is, and I think we got this. It's a Rotos. Do I want to ban the Rotos? Rotos always scares me. Maybe I'll ban this guy. I think that's the way to go. Were you expecting that, Jurgens? So I'm not expecting any trouble here. Lydia is in an immunity set. That's a good idea, probably. But I have a way through it. Timing is a little off. I'd like to be able to remove the buffs after she places her strengthen, but it is what it is. Place a bunch of bombs. We reduce the timer on all those bombs. This is good game, Jurgens. I have completed my Great Hall in Classic Arena. Does anybody want to see a guide on how to do that quickly? If so, I will make one. And I will probably use a lot of the champions that you just saw me win that fight with. Because I use a lot of the same champions in Classic Arena. My go-to team is Bon Voyage, which uses Pinthroy. Let's grab this guy. You know what? No, I'm going to grab Duchess. Because I'm expecting D-Team to also want Duchess. I'll take Duchess and the Monkey King. Seems like a good response. Anyway, where was I? Pinthroy, the Rat King, Gaius, and Ramen 2. That's, I think, the dream team right there for Classic Arena. It isn't necessarily perfect. It definitely hits a wall when you encounter Polymorph, but it's got it all. And I can prove it in a video, which I will do later. So, for now, I think I want my Ultimate Death Knight and my Helicath. I think that's how I want to handle this team. And maybe Candrafon as a final nuker. Or maybe Mithrala. Yeah, let's bring Mithrala. So bring Mithrala. I will ban this guy because he can block revives. I don't want to deal with that. He's banning my Monkey King. I want the defense aura. Now we'll take his defense aura. I try to remember to pick Ultimate Death Knight first, because they both have the 30 defense, but Ultimate Death Knight has a higher polymorph, which again wouldn't matter if they nerf polymorph, and I'm okay with them nerfing polymorph. Plarium, if you're watching, nerf polymorph, nerf it. It's terrible. So I can change my blessings away from polymorph because there are other interesting things to do. Alright, so let's put up some buffs. I'm pretty happy with this lineup. So we can put up the Hex. She's probably going to immediately cleanse it. That's okay, the Hex isn't really my plan. This is. So we block the damage. Now we just gotta get through both revivers, which is easier said than done. And I know I said I wanted to get through it as quickly as possible, and maybe trying to bomb my way through his lineup would have been the way to go, but in hindsight, of course, he'd have taken the Rat King before I could anyway. Unless the Rat King was the very last one that he picked. Now I can't remember. Of course, you can go back in time, or I can go back in time after I finish and look again, but that doesn't help me now, does it? So I think I want to take out her first. Elva first makes sense. How much damage did we do to him? It's pretty good. Now the problem with these two is they have nothing but support moves and then their A1 attack. And I want them attacking as often as possible so that I can counter them with Helicath. Yeah, should be more conservative with that cleanse, come to think of it, because I've only got one. But it looks like his Rat King doesn't actually have enough accuracy to hit anybody anyway. This could be good. Nope. Not enough damage. Obviously, I need to wait for the increased defense to be up on him. D team resigned. I don't think I necessarily won that outright. I feel like D team had some counterplay. Efrat can do some real damage if he can get it in at the right time. But I think he probably could have held me off, so thank you, D team, for resigning. And good game. It's important to say that. Youch. Well, let's go with Ramen 2. Let's go with maybe Duchess this time. Could even try Seer. But I'll go with Duchess first anyway. Let's see, if his plan is to put up a lot of buffs. Tarascan, of course, nuke like a truck. We all know about Taras. I think in the past I've said he needs to be nerfed. I've changed my mind. It isn't just because of peer pressure. Honestly, I've picked Taras a bunch of times and still lost. Wow. Ultimate Death Knight and Rotos. Well, I think I have to go for bombs now. I think. I don't really know what else to do. There are too many champions I want to ban. I might not even be able to ban any of these because the last one might be Marichka. And if it is, I have to ban her. So I will ban Mithrala. I guess I'll have to live with that. I'm still scared of that Taras. I don't know that I'm going to have enough power to take him down. I have a second and third Duchess. I just haven't built them. They're sitting in the vault because I stubbornly cling to this idea that I don't build dupes. Even though I built a bunch to 5. Like I built 3 different Cold Hearts to 5 just to get through Spider quickly when they had that Dark Elf faction Spider event. If I were to build any dupes, it'd be her. I can totally see a use for that. And then I could put her in Stone Skin so I don't lose her right at the start of this fight. So let's see. I could probably go for this now. We'll put up some bombs. Now this is the dangerous part because of course Lysandra can bat back her debuffs, so I really want this to tick down the timer on the bombs. And it worked. So dead, dead, dead. And we may have made it. Good game, Midovic. And good champions. My hat's off to your champions. I am jealous of your champions. If you've been watching any of my shard pull videos, I'm sure you've heard me go on about how I want to pull a Rotos. There was a time when you could fuse Rotos. I've heard about this time. It was a legendary time, a time of heroes, a time of gods. Alas, I joined later. So, I don't know, maybe I want him. Maybe. I think I want him whenever they have Monkey King. That makes sense. And Duchess has been good to me, so I'm going to take her. Even though she did get wiped out at the beginning of the last fight. Maybe that's part of it. Maybe that's part of why she's so good. She's tough. The idea of her staying in is scary because she can stay in and revive everyone, veil everyone. All right. So we'll take Medusa and the Evil Jester. Anyway, they would want to target Duchess first, which is a good thing if my plan was to use everybody else anyway and not necessarily her, although she does have increased attack, which improves the bomb damage. So she really is part of the plan, although so is Mithrala. So to this, I say no Siffy. And they say no Duchess. And I say no problem. So this really has turned out to be my classic live arena team. What do you guys think of it? Do you think this is the best team that I have? Because I'd love it if I could get away with just one bomber, but then again, he can get banned. So you always have to watch out for that. And I would love a Lord Shazar. He gets so much out of that. With his ultra fast speed aura. I have seen Ultimate Death Knight survive stuff like this before, but this isn't one of those times. This is going very well today, isn't it? Have I lost yet? Monkey King. I'll try to shut him down with this guy then. I'll go for my Duchess again. Harima. Yeah, I think I just want to go for my bombs again. Let's take Medusa so he can't have her. Let's take... I'll start with the Rat King. It's all coming down to a question of who am I going to eliminate. It's probably going to be Siffy right now. Just because I don't want to deal with the block debuffs. That way I don't have to worry at all. But seeing a bomber, he's probably going to bring a second cleanser. That's what I'd do. I'd want to bring Mithrala. And I'd be like, curse him for bringing the Mithrala first. Dirty. You are a very dirty boy, Gavin. Dirty. Nightmare fuel. Alright, so these are the two cleansers. I still want to eliminate Siffy. Just because she's also got polymorph. Let's bring my boy Gaius the Gleeful. And I lose Duchess. I kind of like that, how frequently they go for Duchess. Although I wouldn't mind getting Duchess if they didn't yet. So, how accurate is your Monkey King? Because I could lose right now. Certainly accurate enough. Alright, so... yeah, okay. The question is always, do I want to try to use it before she gets a chance to get off her cleanse? Oh! And then she can speed them all up and put up the block debuffs. That is rough. That is very rough. So now I need them to cycle through it all. And now I just need the GTFO. Good game. That was well played. So let's try for another one. Geffest God. Geffest God. I'll bring my Monkey King and Ramen too. Yeah, I think I pretty much have to go for Mithrala and the Rat King. Warlord, huh? Normally when I see Warlord, I expect them to have some sort of speed lead with them. So I'm expecting somebody with a speed aura. Maybe Lord Shazar. Maybe Arby. Lots of speed auras in the game now. Kaimar. Arby, Kaimar, and Lord Shazar have the three best. But I'm not seeing a speed aura. That's interesting. I don't want to gamble with going second, though, because if Warlord shuts us down, that's it. It's good night. So... we want Gaius. Where did I put him? There he is. Just in the nick of time. Let's ban the Warlord. Bunch of nukers here. And HP based, defense based, defense based. I think he's HP based. I know Burrito just got him. So I'm definitely going to want to learn the ins and outs of Samson. So I'll go for the accuracy. If we go first, this should be straightforward enough. If we go second, things could get very dodgy. These guys can hit very hard, but it looks like our turn meters are all more full than theirs. Do I want to shut down any passives, or do I want to just go for something like this? And Samson cuts in. I was not expecting that. So how hard can you hit a Samson? So put up some bombs. Missed the UDK. Let's try again. Alright, we're going to be going into overtime with Ultimate Death Knight, but I think we could probably take down the rest with these bombs. That is a tanky Mountain King. So there goes one of my guys. Alright, I'll go for this now. So let's not even sure what I want to do. Here, let's see if I can get a free turn off this. No, too tanky. These guys are just too tanky. I love it. Look at these formidable tanky guys. Just tanky as heck. So maybe we try to drive down his cooldowns. Can I get some more bombs up? Some really need to deal with this Mountain King. He seems to be happy to kind of play around with Gaius still on the field. It's an interesting choice because you take away my Gaius, I think he pretty much won. Alright, I get an extra turn. See if I can place some bombs this time. Nope, we kid again. Good game, Gefist God, though. You really, really had a sturdy team there. So Blokada takes the Monkey King. I take the Lizard King. And maybe Duchess. Sify and Rima. Ooh. Yeah. I'll just go for the bombs. And I'll probably ban Sify. I feel like we've been here before. So you got 2 people left. What do you need? You got 2 nukers. You got a reviver. You'll bring a second cleanser, so Pythion and Rotos. Okay. I'll bring Gaius. And I get the sense I probably have to ban him. He's the cleanser. There can be some auto cleanses on him, but if I keep Ramen 2, that's not a problem. I really don't think I can shut out this lineup of damage, so I really need to just kill the support. I just don't love the synergy between Sify and Rotos. But I think I'll have to live with it. So I'll take the accuracy. If I can shut all that stuff down, great. She puts up her buffs. Monkey King's gonna do whatever he's gonna do. Takes out my bomber. That's rough. Let's put up some buffs. Siffy, go for your A1. It's the only thing you have. Fated Destruction. Wow. So there goes my Duchess. In comes the Rat King with no buffs and half his health bar, because Polymorph is a perfectly balanced game mechanic. Okay, good game, Blacata. So, Pakitan brings in Siffy. People just love to wave in my face that they have a Siffy and I don't. Well, I'll bring in the Monkey King, which absolutely everyone has. And this guy. So Siffy has Fearsome Presence, presumably to help with Arbiter's Speed Aura. I will ban Georgit. I will open with Mithrala and Gaius. I'll take the Rat King last. And it'll be one of those epic fights between the Nutcracker and the Rat King, except it won't, because I am banning Georgid for sure. 100%. That guy can just murder everyone. What a broken champion. Broken in a good way? I don't know, except he took the Rat King. So that leaves me with the number of problems. I guess I could respond with how do I even respond? I mean, I could respond with Candrafon, and we can get rid of Georgid. And maybe I'll take the attack. He gets the 33%. Let's take the attack. So she does her Dance of Time, shutting down absolutely the first moves. We're getting drenched in bombs, which is bad news for most of us. At this point, my hope is that Candrafon's Swift Parry kicks in, but even if it does, his AoE's gone. So I think this is basically, we've probably lost, but it depends on phase. So if Swift Parry had kicked in, I'd then maybe have a chance to get the Monkey King back in, but that was a good fight, good game. You thoroughly and properly handed me my own butt. I guess I gotta wait. So you're going for the Monkey King. I'm going for Ramen 2. I'll bring Duchess. Maybe I should ban the Monkey King. I guess I gotta wait and see what else he brings. Okay, so I'll go for him. Now I kind of wish I'd taken Mithrala first, because there's a good chance she's going to show up here. No? Okay. So I'll ban Yumeko, because I can't deal with the shutdowns. To deal with Rotos, maybe I just need a good amount of bombs. I think that's probably a pretty good response to this lineup. So I can't deal with Yumeko. He doesn't want to deal with Duchess. That's cool, because that gives me two different plans. I got my accuracy. I could go for defense as well. Defense would help in the long game. Accuracy, maybe in the short game. Go for the accuracy. Why not? Just in case we need it. So, everybody's in Stone Skin. Of course, Sun Wukong could probably change that. I guess we'll see how accurate that Sun Wukong is. And he doesn't need to be that accurate. Okay. So let's get some bombs out. Nope. No such luck. I really needed to get bombs on him. That is annoying. That is very annoying. And I think I still basically want to do this. Even though I can't have Helicath benefit from it, I'm gonna have to live with that. Oh, and there it is. Good game, Lee Uck. Or Lee from the UK. Or Luke. So this is the last fight of the day. Oh, and you know what? I just noticed. We didn't get the timeout thing on the look for opponents. Plarium is spoiling us today. And I thought we were about to get it before the last fight. So I will take Sun Wukong because it seems like whoever gets to pick first either goes for Sun Wukong or Sify if they have her. Which is probably what I do. So we have What an Abo. I feel like that's maybe an ethnic slur. Maybe it's a positive one. Like, wow, what an abo. Let's just hope it's a positive one anyway. We'll go with Ramen 2. We'll go with Mithrala. I probably want to ban the Uko. He's very rough to deal with. And let's go all in on bombs. I'm all in on bombs. So are you going to bring a cleanser I have to get rid of? Are you going to bring a Yumeko I have to get rid of? Or what? Well, there's only one way to find out. I want to get rid of the Uko, though. Because I hate everything about him. He's got polymorph. He's got that double strip. Ultimate Death Knight? Yeah, I can live with that. So we'll get rid of Uko. And hopefully the timing doesn't suck here. So hopefully I'm not faster than them. So What Nabo is going for defense, which is an interesting choice given bombs ignore defense. Doesn't have any defensive nukers here. Maybe he just wants to keep that up. Oh, he's got the protected block debuffs. That pretty much outright defeats this strategy, doesn't it? I can maybe strike it off him and then try to get bombs on him. But then that's it. I mean, I can try to use AoEs, but I mean, I think we're just locked out. That's very clever, Watanabe. And come to think of it, with these protected ones, we're getting to the point where this bomb strategy will definitely not work once people start getting a lot of protection out. It's yet another thing that shuts it out. So how'd we do today? 6-4. I guess it just means you have to keep an eye out for any kind of block debuffs, not just the cleansers. Anyway, I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Thanks for stopping by. See you again.